Turn the light on.
No, wait. Maybe we should hold off, you know? The neighbors, they might see the light and wonder why.
The neighbors? They're out like the light we don't have on.
You sure?
You've seen too many conspiracy shows. Just turn on the fucking light. So what do you think? Did we do it or did we do it?
We did it.
Oh, my God. I have never been so scared in my entire life. But
But what?
we did it.
We need to celebrate. Now, you guys just made a statement for yourselves.
Oh, hell, Rand, you were the brains behind it all.
Wow, this is nothing compared to what I used to do in Iraq.
You know, I know, but you made a statement too with the ROTC officers.
Sammy?
Oh, yes. Go.
A loving cup. Here we are. Hey, anybody?
I don't know what we would call this.
How about pay back some bitch? All right, who's next?
Wait a minute. Now, aren't we just a little bit premature? I mean, we have 3 more hours.
You know, I can't believe how easy it was.
The mission was to get in and get out without being detected, which we did.
I mean, everything went exactly like you said it would, Rand.
You know what I like about you, Coop? You recognize effort. No, we've already succeeded. Yeah, now it's just a matter of time. And we celebrate the setting up of the mission and not just the afterwards. Eh? When it's a success, which it will be, no. We celebrate now, before the after.
I mean, it was surreal. Everything went like clockwork. Just like you said.
Well, how about that?
What? Clockwork or surreal?
Hey, surreal clockwork.
Okay. Surreal clockwork.
Sammy?
To Horatio.
Horatio. You'll be arriving through the west gate with my truck at 2300 hours. And then park along West Hind Road.
Yeah, we don't want to park in the parking lot.
No parking in the parking lot. West Hind is dark. No security checkpoint is near there. I'll be watching you from here near Portland Hall. From this vantage point, I can see you driving in. But just to be absolutely sure that it's you, call me just as you're reaching the guardhouse.
Now, you said there's no guards there, right?
Yeah, there are no guards. They should have left by 2100 hours. So, once you arrive, I will make my way to Tri-Square. You will wait about 2 minutes before getting out of the car, during which time you will put your gloves on. Then, when the appropriate time is passed, you will exit with the package and your flashlights and make your way to the building.
Well, but we don't turn on our flashlights.
Right. You do, and I'll kill you.
From West Hind, you know, it takes about 3 minutes to get to the building.
That's what I'm saying. From where I'll be, it takes about 5 minutes. You wait 2 and no longer. And by the time you arrive, I'll be getting there too.
And you'll have your flashlight.
Yes, and I'll have my gloves on.
Okay. What then?
Now, let's take a look at those plans.
These are the plans for the building?
Yeah.
Oh, how did you get these, by the way?
He's got plans for every building.
Wait, you just took these?
Trust me, they'll never know. The vault where this is kept is something like the ending of Raiders of the Lost Ark. They couldn't find anything even if they wanted to. Plus, this is an outdated version. Nobody will ever give a shit about this. But it gives us everything that we need to know. Here, it's a stairwell leading from the first floor.
We should destroy these later, though, right?
Yeah. Don't worry. So, let me go through this. We'll come up the stairs and go to the second floor, and we'll start there first.
The ROTC offices.
Now, those outer doors, they're locked at night. I know I've tried to...
I have a key, darling. Are you forgetting this is my area? Now, this is what I patrol. Now, what's inside on the second floor, we'll turn on our flashlights. The ROTC offices are on the other side of the building. It takes us about 30 seconds to get there. There are 5 doors. I'll open the third door, or middle door, which takes us into the main reception area.
Okay, we have keys to get inside the third and fourth floor offices, but what about the ROTC offices?
I mentioned this before.
Yeah, he told us before, Coop.
Okay, whatever. I forgot what.
As a security officer, I have a master key that gets us into each floor, which opens the main doors that are in the corridor. Now, I'm not giving keys to the individual offices that are inside each department.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. All right, I'm sorry. Go on.
So, I'll open the door to the ROTC offices with the master key. Then, Cooper, you and I will move the filing cabinet, and I'll set the timer, and we'll place the first package behind it. And then we'll move the cabinet back into place. Sammy.
Yeah.
You'll take your flashlight and Coop's, and we'll be holding it so we can see what we're doing.
Okay, but if it's going to go off before anybody gets into the offices, why do we have to hide it like that?
Well, it's just precautionary, Sam. Like Loran says, if you pay attention to the details, we won't have any regrets later.
You plan before the after. That way there's no second guessing later.
I mean, you never know.
What do you mean you never know?
Well, something could go wrong.
Ran, you said that nothing would
Look,
go
it's just
wrong with
fucking
this.
protocol, huh? You plant a mine, you bury it. You plant a bomb, you hide it. That's just the way it is.
So with ROTC offices, we just place it just inside the office, but not in somebody's office?
I don't have a specific agenda to push. This is just me adding some icing on the cake. So, no, we just get in, we plant it behind the filing cabinet, and we get the hell out.
Okay, just asking. Sorry. Go on.
Okay, so we'll lock it up. We'll get out back to the hall. And then we go through the exit doors and back to the other stairwell, and then we go up the stairs to the third floor. Now, the door to the sociology department is the second one, I believe. We'll use Coop's duplicate key to enter, and then Dingbat Chomps, whatever the hell his name is.
Dingbat's fine.
His office should be...
There, right there. The third office in the corner.
Okay, so we'll open his door with the other duplicate key, and then hide the second package somewhere.
He's got a storage cabinet in the corner. We could put it there. Now, will it take out this wall over here? Because that's the one with all his mementos.
Wall of mementos? When this baby goes off, he won't have an office.
Sweet.
All right, so I set the timer. I use the battery-operated digital clock. They're a dime a dozen. You hook them up to the dynamite, set it, and it goes off. It's a flip of a button. Now, we place it in the storage cabinet, and then we'll leave to make sure that Dingbat's door unlocked. And then we go out the same hall doors we came in, and then we go up to the top floor.
Wait, we're going to leave Dr. Deepak's door unlocked?
No, I got this. Rand explained this to me. So, the bomb goes off, it's likely to obliterate everything, right? But in case the knob to his door is intact, if it's locked, well, cops will suspect that somebody had a key, right? And if Perp had a key, Dingbat's no Dingbat. he'll eventually realize it had to be somebody in the office, because only in the office do they have a master key of all the offices. Or someone who once had access to his key must have made a duplicate. Especially since I know him so well, he'll likely remember my cute little face. But now, so if the lock is unlocked, then it's probably because someone opened it and forgot to lock it during the day, so the perp picked an open office. Or the force of the explosion made it open up. Either way, there's enough doubt that no one's going to pin any blame on old Coop here.
I'm impressed.
Well, you've thought of everything, Rand.
I always wanted to be an Eagle Scout. Obedience is what held me back. Okay, again. We get to the 4th floor, and then we go to the back door of the Animal Research Center, which is the first door we'll encounter. I'll get us in. You'll have your keys with you. So you lead us to the laboratory. We use your key to open it up for us. We'll enter, and she'll lead us to where the animals are kept.
Once in the labs, the animals are literally right there. I mean, you'll see them immediately in cages.
Where is Horatio?
He's, here, right across from Julie Weatherby's office.
Okay, you tell us. Where's a good place to store the package?
Sam, Rand needs to know where to place the bomb.
Can I have a moment? No, I'm, when we're there, can I have a moment with Horatio alone?
Sammy, when we do this, we're going to be under a little bit of a time constraint.
Wait. Sam, we're on a mission. We're really trying to get this done as fast as possible.
I won't be long.
How long do you need?
2 minutes.
Look, why don't you just say your goodbyes during the day?
Because I want to say it while I'm there.
Coop, she ought to just open up the door for us and go back out into the hallway.
It's just 2 minutes, Rand.
All right, but no more. Okay, so where were we?
You can set a bomb in the cardboard boxes there behind the cages.
Okay, that's the plan. I set the timer for the last package, hide it in one of those cardboard boxes, and we exit out the same way we came in, down the stairwell and out the building. Now you guys walk back to my truck, and I walk to the security office, and if we time this right, it should be exactly quitting time for me. You exit the campus the same way you entered. It'll be like clockwork. Any questions? What the hell? This beer is flat.
You can't taste it?
No, I mean, I can't taste this. You took this to your cousins last week, right?
Yeah, I had it in a cooler. Only I didn't put it back in the fridge right away.
Obviously. Shit.
Hardly anybody drank it, too. In fact, nobody drank it. I forgot. They're all Mormons.
What? They're watching a bowl game, their favorite team.
Yeah, BYU.
And there's no beer. What the hell is that? What they had to drink then?
Juice, flavored water. I don't know, something like that. I wasn't even watching the game. I mean, I didn't even want to be there, but you said to go.
Well, it's because you can't let your guard down. For anything. No changes whatsoever. No deviation of the patterns. You get invited, and you don't go, then they start asking, hey, don't you go to that school there, the one that was bombed?
Yeah, well, trust me, my cousins would never think I'm the Unabomber.
No, you never know. Shit, I can't drink this. Well, we got about an hour before. I think I'll take a nap.
You can sleep?
Sleeping Beauty is.
I don't think she's sleeping. Sam?
Cooper, don't go.
I didn't think you were sleeping. You okay?
I just keep thinking about Horatio. The whole time I was holding him, he knew. He knew, Cooper. It is just so sad because what if he thinks I'm killing him? What if he thinks just as the bomb goes off that I'm the one who did all this?
No.
Oh, he couldn't understand, Cooper. He wouldn't understand.
Sammy, kid, you did it because you love Horatio. You know that. And if animals are like what you say they are, and they have this sense, something we don't have, for knowing, I don't know, telepathically or whatever.
The sixth sense.
The sixth sense. Then Horatio knows. Horatio knows, Sammy, what's in your heart. And he's thankful for he'll be free of his pain, his torture, and you would have given him his freedom.
All this waiting makes me think of my dog, Harry. We had to put him down. I was 12 years old. We had an appointment with the vet for when my dad got home from work. I think it was a 6 o'clock appointment. And I stayed home from school. Mom let me. And all day long I held on to him. And he knew. He just kept licking my face. He just kept licking the tears that wouldn't stop.
That's a beautiful story.
It's a sad story.
Wow, it's beautiful. You know, it must be tough being a veterinarian and you love animals so.
What do you mean? I mean, most people become a veterinarian because they love animals. That's why I did it.
Yeah, I know, and that's what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is that animals in general, they don't live as long as us humans. So even though it's a fact of the field, I'm sure you must get broken up every time you have to say goodbye to some poor creature.
Yeah. I think you're right. I just want this to be over with.
Soon. Pretty soon.
Do you think we'll hear it?
Rand says we ought to. We'll look at the window and we'll listen. Okay?
Cooper,
Yeah.
can I tell you something? And just you, not Rand.
Yeah, guess so.
The other day I was at the Commons getting lunch, and I ran into Marv Dempster. She runs a federal program over on the south part of the hall, and well, I don't remember what it is she does, but only that she likes to talk, you know? She's a lot like Miriam, only 10 times more.
Okay.
Well, I intended to get my lunch and just go back to my office, but she told me where she was sitting before I could get away. We went to a new staff orientation get-together, and we got to talking. And she's just one of those people that never forgets a face or a conversation. And so we were talking, and she remembered that I was looking for a place. So she asked me if I had found a place to live, and so I explained to her about you and Rand, and she didn't know who you were.
That's not surprising.
But she did recognize Rand's name, and she said, "Is he a security guard?" And I said, "Yeah." And then she went on to tell me that he applied for the campus police, but he wasn't even given an interview.
How the hell is she privy to that information?
Oh, I don't know. She's just one of those people that knows everything about anyone, you know? Actually, when I think about it, it's a good thing that she doesn't know who you are.
I think you're right. Go on.
Well, she told me that she knows somebody who told her. You know how those things go. That the reason he couldn't get an interview is because he did not graduate from the police academy.
Yeah, well, we know that. But I thought you didn't have to be an academy graduate for the campus job. I mean, at least that's what Rand said.
No, and it's true. But the reason he wasn't even considered for the police academy was because of his military record.
What? Why? You know, a guy serves his time, does all those covert missions, risks his life, death all over the place, and this system is so fucked up.
Cooper, she didn't know why, but apparently he was dishonorably discharged.
Why? Because I don't think you've noticed lately that you two aren't exactly extolling inner peace. I mean you. I mean, you actually work at a job that's eating you up inside.
I don't want to kill the animals.
Well, you're not. I mean, stop living in fairyland, huh? I think about it. If you were to release all those animals, where the hell would they go, huh? Nowhere. Right? So you set them free, and what's going to happen to them? Either of two things. They're going to catch them eventually. And where do they go, huh? Back to the zoo? They came from a zoo. Or worse, cops see an ape like Horatio, the friendly orangutan. And what do you think they're going to do? Huh? Here, Horatio. Come here, boy. Come to Papa. Really? Your Horatio meets the first stranger. And they scream because they don't know what the hell they're looking at. And you can bet that poor Horatio is shot dead right there on the spot. So you want to save Horatio and the others? The best way is to mercifully end their suffering. And you owe it to yourself to do something. Because let me tell you, buddy, if you don't, it's just going to fester and fester. Look, the fact of the matter, Coop, is that you got screwed. I mean, screwed big time. They keep stringing you along and giving you a little bait, let you nibble. And all the while, they're slowly reeling you in, like you're a fish. Huh? He sees the food, he takes it, and eventually, they pull you out, club you, stick a big old hook in your gills, and then you're fucking flapping until you're not. So you have to move on. That's what everybody tells you. And that's what I'm telling you. But I know, you don't take out your frustrations on something tangible. It will just eat you up alive.
Why?
Why? What the fuck have I been talking for? Haven't you been listening?
No, why you? I mean, we have our reasons. What's yours? Why do you want to do this with us?
After the Gulf War, I was a mess. I had seen and did things I'd rather not say. But I wasn't thinking right. I had evil thoughts. I mean, seriously, I was in a place where I was thinking, taking my own life. Or worse, I thought of taking my gun and yes, in case you liberals ever were wondering, I do have a gun. And I keep it in my room. Don't worry about it. I really don't ever take it out. But Bottom line, I'm a true believer in the Second Amendment. Okay? Anyway, I was saying, I was messed up. I had thoughts of going into some place with people, you know, a restaurant, a nightclub, a movie theater. Oh yeah, it was classic. I was I'm going to be on the next news report. Yeah. I mean, I was literally thinking that I was just go someplace and start picking people off. So I go to the VA office and I'm in some deep, dark shit, you know. And they make you take a ticket and you wait and you wait. And I mean, I never got to see anybody, so I came back later that night with my gun and I broke in. The alarm's going off and I proceed to unload the entire clip into everything I could see. Computers, file cabinets, pictures. When it was done, I just left.
Anybody ever find out?
Nope. Never. Now you can judge me. I grant you that. But I am telling you that this one act of insanity did indeed keep me sane. How's that, huh? That's my oxymoron. I'm telling you that if I didn't take out my frustrations on the symbols of my depression, then I would have taken out my frustration on something else. And in that case, well, we're not talking right now, are we?
So you're helping us.
I am. You don't realize it, but I am. And especially Cooper here. Trust me. Coop, if you don't take out your anger now, you'll never be able to move on. And who knows? One day, you may actually do what's crossed your mind. You know what I'm talking about, Cooper? You've actually thought about killing him, haven't you? So you need to do this. You need to know and feel it. And while I'm at it, I'll plant a bomb in the ROTC offices as well. Call it periodic therapy.
All right. I'm in.
Okay. So this is what we'll do. I have a friend in Nevada. We served in the Gulf War together. He's a demolition expert now.
But I was thinking about quitting anyway.
No, you'll go to work as usual. After the explosions, they won't let you in the building anyway.
Every Friday night, he and his wife come for dinner at 7:30 on the nose.
Have somebody else park his car. Just tell him why. But your job is to get a print of Dingbat's office key.
It's just the animals. I don't want any people getting hurt.
He's timing it for 3:30 in the morning.
I'm just saying we'll be liberating these poor creatures, but I don't want any chance of anyone getting hurt.
Trust me, they'll be free. And so will you after this is done. Hey, have a beer. I got a case.
Thanks.
You got it.
Uh-huh. So when does the shipment of dynamite arrive?
Well, I'm driving up there on Sunday. We should have everything we need when I get back.
So when do we do this thing?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Why don't we do it next week? Get it done.
Patience. You rush, that's when you miss things. You miss a step. That's when you make a mistake.
Nah, I'm just antsy. I'm sure you can guess that this whole thing scares the shit out of me.
Hey, you'll be all right. And you'll be all right after you do this. Trust me. Hey, look, you've done your part. You just hang in there and go out and try to relax.
Relax. Shit. How do you do that? My cousin's invited me over tomorrow to watch the bowl game.
You go.
I really don't feel like it.
Well, you usually go to his place, right?
Every football bowl season, yeah.
Well, then go. And remember our deal. We don't change any of our patterns.
All right. Ah, I should bring something.
We'll take some beer.
You serious?
Yeah, for this. You can have it all. Right on time.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
As I stand here, Kent, I can see a massive fire on the second floor and a giant hole on the third floor. The fire engine is just now, as you can see, shooting a large stream of water to try and put out the flames. And there's another truck I see coming up the road.
Now, Deborah, tell us again, what building is this and what is housed in it?
Kent, this is called Tri-Square Hall, a rather old building on campus. It was built in 1948, I'm told, and it houses a rather eclectic group of programs. It houses the ROTC offices on campus, the Interior Design Program, and the Department of Sociology. Some campus clubs also have offices scattered about, and on the fourth floor are labs belonging to the university's research corporation.
And would you know which offices were destroyed?
We can't be absolutely certain at this time, Kent. But talking to a number of students, as you can see, there already has gathered a huge mob, all coming from the residence halls. But talking to the students, they say the explosions on the second floor is part of the ROTC offices, and on the third floor are offices belonging to the Department of Sociology.
What happened to the fourth floor?
Now, do you know if anyone was in the building at the time?
Well, Kent, again, this is highly speculative at this moment, but seeing as how the explosions went off about 40 minutes ago, I'm told, it's likely that no one was in the building at that time. However, again, this is just surmising, simply because one would generally think that no one would have been in the building this early in the morning.
What happened? They're only mentioning
Now, Deborah,
2 explosions.
does anyone have any theory?
What happened
as
to the third?
source of these explosions?
Do you hear me?
Not right now, Kent.
But the ROTC offices and sociology, that does not strike me as offices that would have any incendiary materials lying around. So wouldn't you say there is a suspicion of foul play, maybe terrorism?
There definitely is that line of thinking, Kent. I'm sure.
What happened to the explosion in the laboratory? What the hell happened?
Hey, calm down.
Why the hell do you want me to calm down? There is a bomb that hasn't exploded. And the sun is going to be coming up in just a few hours.
Look, it's not helping any if you get hysterical, okay?
Well, what the hell do you want me to do, huh? What are we going to do, Coop? What are we going to do?
Sociology,
Yes,
that
but
does not strike me
Cooper,
as
can you
offices
turn
that
that
would
down,
have
please?
any
All
incendiary.
the same anyway.
I'm sorry, Miriam. So, what do you want me to do?
Nothing. Just stay at home, Sam. Julie says there's nothing we can do today.
But what about the animals? Who's taking care of the animals?
That's what Julie is concerned about. But we can't get in anyway, Sam. The FBI has said no one is to cross the line.
The FBI. The FBI are there.
Yeah, I don't know. They're saying that this could be some kind of terrorist act. Sam? Sam, you there?
Yes. What, do they think the people? The explosions, or?
They're thinking these were planted bombs. 2 bombs. And wait.
What? Miriam, what?
Okay. Sam, I gotta go. Julie's talking to the FBI right now. She wants to go up and check on
No.
What?
I mean, just...
Don't!
I mean, maybe Julie should just...
No, I agree. It's not a good idea, and I'm telling her that. But you know her.
Miriam, let me talk to her.
They're not going to let her go up.
Okay, good. You know, maybe I should just come down there, huh?
You're not going in!
No, Julie said no. There's nothing we can do. She just wants the FBI to escort her up so she can check on the offices and then come right back down. But they're going to do a scan of every office right now first, so no one's being allowed up.
So what are they thinking? Are they thinking that there might be more bombs hidden in the building or something?
That's it! She's gonna say something. Yeah, why don't you just tell him where it is?
Fuck, shut up.
I think that's what they have to presume, Sam. And yeah. Oh,
What? Miriam, what?
they've got men in suits. Wait. Who are those guys?
I think they're like the bomb demolition guys. It's the bomb squad.
Bomb squad. Sam, they've got the bomb squad here. These guys are in these, I don't know, plastic suits.
Hazmat suits.
What?
Hazmat suits. In case the explosion unleashed some kind of hazardous substance.
Hazardous?
Yeah, like if, some kind of deadly chemicals have been released. Shit, man. There could be anthrax up there for all we know. That's fucking scary.
Well, if there's that possibility, maybe they should cordon everyone back some more, don't you think?
You know, Miriam, that's a very good point. Maybe you and Julie shouldn't even be
Will
in the
you
building.
just hang up? Shut up!
Miriam. Miriam?
Sam, I gotta get going. Julie's waving me over.
No, but whatever you and Julie do...
Okay, I have to hang up. Talk later.
Do not go inside. What are you doing?
What am I doing? What are you doing? From now on, no more talking to your office.
Why?
Why? You just about told them that we planted it.
I did not. I just don't want them going inside the building.
You're fucking going nuts here and they can hear you.
They can't hear me.
She's got it on speakerphone, you idiot. You can hear the people around here. Don't you think they can hear us?
Well, what is that? I'm just a friend telling her not to get
Don't even
involved.
fucking rationalize this.
I'm not rationalizing it. I'm telling you.
Don't make like you know you've planned all this out, Rand. Don't even go there.
Shut up! We have to watch her, Coop. He's just disappointed, granted. He just needs some alone time.
Hey, you just don't get it, Rand. I mean, getting his PhD was like his life's validation. God, he's bounced around his entire life. I mean, he's never finished anything. And the one thing he has committed to finishing, they won't let him do it. Look, it can be a hard, cruel death because they don't really tell you. When I went to veterinarian school, I used to have my lunches in the cafeteria. And there was this older man, Oscar. He was a Latino gentleman, a doctoral student in political science. He was there the whole time I was there. I mean, he was there before I started the program, and he was there after I left, still trying to finish. And the word was, you know, he just didn't get it. He wasn't going to get his doctorate degree. You're supposed to get it and just quit. But Oscar, he wouldn't quit. Not until...
Until?
A couple years later, I got a call from a friend of mine. And she said they found Oscar hanging from a rope in the back of the cafeteria. I guess he finally got it. Oh, God, I just can't stand this. What are we going to do?
Look, he's probably out just getting sauced.
Like, that's a good idea. He's gonna get on his motorcycle and get in an accident. Or he'll think about crashing through the bushes and take a leap into Berry Canyon. That's him. Are you okay?
I don't want to talk about it.
You get sauced?
I kept writing. Writing usually brings me peace. But there was no peace. I kept seeing that bastard just...
Oh, Cooper, you've really
I don't
just got...
want any advice. I saw his fat, smug face and I just pictured pushing it into concrete. And then I saw it harden. And I saw myself breaking it with a sledgehammer. I hate him like...
Why don't you do something about it?
Look, they'll find the bomb and,
The bomb will be placed in a bomb containment chamber and it will be detonated. There won't be anything left in case you're worried that they're going to have something to trace.
How do you know?
It's standard procedure. Look, every time a bomb goes off, they call in the bomb guys and they search to see if there's any more bombs.
you know that, right?
Hey, this is what I used to do in the military, okay?
Yeah. You're such an expert. What the hell happened? I want to know.
Look, what do you want from me?
I want to know what the hell happened. Why didn't it
I don't know!
Hey, come on, this isn't doing us any good.
This isn't doing us any good? Then what the hell will do us any good?
Look, it happens. Maybe the dynamite is old. It didn't go off, okay? It happens. It is what it is.
You set the alarm for PM instead of AM. You set the alarm for 3:30 in the afternoon. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hello, you've reached Miriam's voicemail. I'm obviously not here, otherwise I'd be talking to you right now.
Answer the phone.
Hello, you've reached Miriam's voicemail. I'm obviously not here, otherwise I'd be talking to you right now.
Answer the phone. Just pick up. Just please, just pick up.
Hello, you've reached Miriam's voicemail. I'm obviously not here, otherwise I'd be talking to you right now. So, at the sound of the beep, please leave your name and number, and I'll be sure to call you back just as soon as I can. Have a beautiful day, and remember, God loves you.
It's been confirmed, Kent. 3 explosions went off in Tri-Square Hall. One in the ROTC offices of the 2nd floor, one in the offices of the chairman of the Department of Sociology on the 3rd floor, and the third on the 4th floor in what we now have been told is a research lab housing a number of animals. As you can see, the blast was so powerful that all of the walls were blown completely out and just the support structures were left. There have been 4 confirmed deaths, 2 women and 2 men. In addition, there might have been as much as 80 lab animals, including raccoons, rabbits, rats, dogs, cats, monkeys, and 1 orangutan. The women we have been told were Dr. Julie Weatherby, 58, who was a veterinarian with a research department that was situated on the 4th floor, and Miriam Vandenberger, 62, who was a receptionist with that research office. The men were FBI agents Sean Coggins, 36, and Michael Morton, 40, who had accompanied the women because they were concerned for the welfare of the animals on the floor. The tragic irony of this now being that all of the animals perished in the blast, as did Weatherby and Vandenberger. So just a horrible, horrible tragedy all around, Kent.
But Deborah, we saw all those personnel in hazmat suits, the demolition squads. Did they not go through the 4th floor? Were they not looking for other possible explosives? That's what we had been told would be happening.
That is the question, Kent. It appears that their objectives were to first inspect the explosion areas on the 2nd and 3rd floors. Maybe they were going to go through the 4th floor as well, but just hadn't had time to do so yet. We don't know at this time.
But you had reported earlier that no one except authorized first responders were being allowed into the building.
That was what everyone was told, Kent. I mean, as you can see, they've actually pulled us back further now. Yes, no one except first responders are being allowed inside. The fact that 2 civilians...
The 2 women.
Yes. The fact that they were allowed in was, I'm being told, because one of the women, Dr. Weatherby, was so insistent that she had to check on the animals in her laboratory that I think they just felt that they could go up, they'd check on the animals, and then come right back down. At least that's the prevailing theory being talked about here on the ground.
Truly a tragically fateful decision, if that is the reasoning.
Indeed, Kent. Indeed.
The blast took out the whole floor, Rand. Did you make it that much stronger than the other 2?
Well, Jane Goodall wanted to end the suffering of our poor creatures, right? The ROTC offices, that was just me leaving my calling card. Dingbat's office, that was you wanting to destroy his trophy case. But she wanted to make sure those animals suffered no longer. Well, they aren't.
4 people died. No one was supposed to die.
Well, what the fuck do you want me to do about it?
Nothing. I just think that...
You want me to say I'm sorry?
I'm just saying no one was supposed to die. I mean, doesn't that affect you? You're standing here cooking dinner. I mean, Rand, people died. Doesn't that affect you?
Listen! You guys wanted to do this.
You guys, it was your idea.
No, Pumpkin. It doesn't work that way. You come crying to me, boo-hoo-hoo. I can't be a big important doctor. Boo-hoo-hoo. I can't stand to see those poor animals suffer. Oh, please, Rand, help us.
Ah, that's bullshit. You were the one that suggested explosion therapy? Who the fuck are you? Dr. Dynamite? God. I mean, what the fuck, Rand? Are you fucking idiot? You're just supposed to set the button with a flick of a button. You did 2 of them right. Why couldn't you do the 3rd?
Hey! Hey. Shit happens. Like they give me this assignment. My commanding officer says, Merrigan, I need a line of anti-personnel mines set up along this perimeter. And he looks at the field map and he decides that he wants it 1,500 feet out. He draws a line that says 1,500 feet. Then I say, yes, sir. And I take my men and I get it done. 2 days later, I'm told that the 2 of our men walked right into the line. They were told the perimeter line was 1,700 feet. I tell them, no! 1,500 feet! I rush back to my commanding officer. And he already has the officers vouching for his side. Side? What side? You tell me 1,500 feet. He tells me 1,700 feet. I grab the field map and I open it up. And I point to the line. It's 1,700 feet. Fuckers! They erased it! I drew the line. We drew the line 200 feet back. That's what they do. The whole fucking system is CYA corrupt. And they don't give a shit about us. We're out there doing the work, doing the killing. They fucking erased it! I had 16 years in. I was going to be a 30-year man. And it's all gone in the blink of an eye, just like that! All on the count of a fucking slime of an officer who threw me under the bus. People ask me if I ever went to those soldiers and apologized for them losing their limbs. Fuck no! If I saw them, I would have told them to take the complaint to him. He's the reason that they now invest in titanium.
You okay, Sam? I think I know what you're thinking. Me too. I wish I could go back in time. That night I went riding,
When I got the letter as I was being dropped from the program, I thought it was the lowest point of my life. I mean, I went out riding in the hills above Taranda with all its curves and turns, and I thought about forgetting to take one of those endless bends and just accelerate right off into the canyon. I don't know what stopped me from doing it. Was it my eternal Don Quixote optimism that has served me so well, that has brought me to this moment in my life? Or was it something more monotonous and mundane? Something like, I didn't because I can't stand pain. Looking back, I was so messed up. So messed up that planting a bomb to destroy property was looked upon as a good thing. What the hell is that? Who thinks that way? God, what I'd give to go back to that moment before we came up with this fucked up plan. I should have done it. I should have jumped the canyon.
I think I know you too well, Cooper. Did I ever tell you about that time that I interviewed for my job? I was about an hour early. And Miriam was like, wow, you're really early. And Julie's running late. So I told her about seeing the clouds and well, how I didn't want a chance biking over in the rain. And she said, you bike? And I said, yeah. And she was fascinated by that. I mean, it was almost as if she couldn't fathom anybody biking to work, which, of course, she couldn't. Anyways, she's just one of those people who just had to talk, you know? And so she thought it was her responsibility to keep me company in that more than an hour wait time. She told me about her kids and her grandkids, about how everybody had gotten together and thrown her and her husband a party earlier that year. They had made it 40 years, Coop. They got married the week Elvis died. They were big fans. They always said that they didn't have a fun honeymoon because of it. It was one of their stories. So everybody got together and pitched in and got them an extended vacation. 3 weeks. They were going to go to Branson, Missouri, and the Grand Ole Opry in Tennessee. God, they loved country music. And Graceland, home of the king. They were going to go earlier that year, but her husband had a slight heart attack, and so they had to postpone, but he was feeling better. So they were going to go in the spring. I knew them, not for very long, but I knew them, Coop. I mean, I knew the kind of people they were. I hated what our lab was doing. But I loved Julie. I loved what she stood for and her passion. She loved animals so much, just like me. And I loved Miriam. My God. They never got their fun honeymoon.
You, Sam? Dinner will be ready in 20 minutes. Rand's working late. He'll be working till midnight.
It's just you and me. There's a pot of soup and bread's on the counter. There's a lot of salad, freshly bought just today. Help yourself and finish it. You know, Rand, he's a carnivore. He doesn't believe in
I'm
plankton.
sorry.
There's no need to be.
No, I've been treating you like shit. And you haven't done anything, and you don't even know why, so I think... No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, you want to tell me what you're sorry about?
It's a long story.
Well, I just learned that what progress I thought I made on my dissertation was another case of taking 3 leaps back after taking 1 step forward. So I've pretty much written off doing anything else right now. So I've got all night. Is that enough time?
I think I was enthralled by the idea of it all, you know? I mean, helping these animals to cope. It sounded so humanitarian, but the truth is there's nothing humane about it. Frankly, it's hideous. We have this juvenile orangutan. He's called Horatio. His mother died in captivity in the zoo. Now, orangutans are supposed to be raised by their mother for the first 6 years of their life. Horatio, he's 3. So all of a sudden caring for him becomes this great maintenance issue. And the zoo, well, they already have 4 other orangutans. So they sell him off to the lab. Horatio is expendable. Just one less ape to care for in the era of belt tightening. And the poor thing, they had his scalp cut off. He wears a skull cap, and they put these probes in his brain to test some godforsaken cognitive theories. And we have dogs and cats whose spines have been operated on so many times that they're basically crippled. I mean, it's just horrible. I used to tell owners who wanted to prolong the life of their pets that what they didn't understand is that their love for them was making them suffer. I mean, we tell them this. And here, we're keeping these animals alive.
Sounds awful. So what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, I can't see myself working there for very much longer. I just can't take it.
Oh, hey, Rand. The food's in the fridge.
Copy that? You guys are up late.
Just lots to talk about.
So you're going to leave? When?
Well, if I had my druthers, tomorrow. Oh, but my boss, Julie. I mean, she is this Joan of Arc, a real crusader. She's just really against animal experimentation, you know? And she's just amazing. I mean, a real thorn in the side of the research scientists. But she sticks it out. That's why it's so hard. I mean, I just don't want to let her down. For years, she was the only veterinarian on staff, and she's been lobbying for years to get another position. And then one finally came through.
You?
Yeah. That's why it's so hard. I mean, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know, Julie, she jokes about it. But sometimes I think she's trying to tell me something. What I fantasize about is breaking in and setting all the animals free. You know, like those radicals from the Animal Liberation Front, you know? The ALF, who, after setting the animals free, they bomb places like ours. You know, I used to read up on their acts of destruction, and I used to think, what could possess anyone to do such destructive acts? But when I hear the howls of pain from the animals and I see the suffering on their faces, I mean, I start to understand why.
So if you do quit, what then?
Well, obviously I'm going to have to look for another position. Hopefully around here, now that I've made some good friends. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to school. Who knows? Maybe I'll be like you and I'll go pursue my doctorate degree.
Oh, it was such a nice conversation up until then.
Oh, come on. It can't be that bad.
Oh, it is. Okay, look, I took longer in getting my courses in. That was my problem in the beginning. But how does anyone make a go of it on a meager graduate assistant salary is beyond me. I mean, seriously, I got no mommy or daddy bailing me out. We have students who are still being supported by their rich parents. So I'm not making excuses, it's just reality, I tell my chair. I've had to supplement my monthly income by taking all kinds of odd jobs. And of course, he doesn't give a shit, and he can't even relate. His parents were rich back in India. I mean, he grew up in affluence. He had servants, for God's sake. I tell him I need to work 2 part-time jobs just to pay my rent and to pay my humongous copying services, which I am constantly doing for my committee, who never really fucking read anything that I do. And his attitude is like, well, if you couldn't afford to get into the program, then why did you bother? I mean, that's what I have to deal with.
How many members on your committee?
4. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. They never have the same schedule. When the white horse is in town, the red horse is in China. And when the red horse is available, the black horse is on sabbatical. And when the black horse returns from sabbatical, the pale horse is renovating his house. No, it isn't possible to pry him away from monitoring how his stucco walls are being plastered or how the marble tile in his foyer are being laid out so he can meet just for a few hours. No, this prospect is not even a blip on the radar screen. So I've got committee meetings with partial members for which they conclude on certain parts of my dissertation, and then the member who wasn't there will inevitably have points, which must be discussed in a committee meeting, for which, when he attends, someone else will be missing. You talk about zoos?
This is a fucking zoo, and you're looking at the head chimpanzee. They should just put bedtime for Bonzo on my forehead. But the reality is, it's really not funny at all. I should be thinking of retirement soon, and here I am groveling in front of pompous fuckers who abuse their tenure and prey upon the naive ambitions of lost graduate students, and then having to tutor millennial students who don't give a shit about anything except what they post on Facebook. I mean, I make it funny because sometimes it's the only way I can get through my day, you know? I think we have to talk. I said we need...
So talk! I'm pretty good at multitasking. I can eat and listen.
She's taken pretty hard.
Time. It's been less than 7 hours. Just give it time.
I would. But I don't think she will. She's thinking of giving herself up.
What did you tell her?
I didn't. I let the silence maybe work up an answer. Maybe something would come up. But I couldn't come up with the next line. She's in her room just staring.
Well, what the fuck do you want me to do about it, huh? You want me to turn back the hands of time? Wave a wand and we're back to before you fuckers moved in?
Hey, it's just the reality of it all setting in,
Oh,
Rand.
don't give me that bullshit. Wasn't she the one crying about how inhumane those laboratory fuckers were to her precious critters?
Damn it, Rand! We killed people today! That wasn't the way it's supposed to turn out!
Well, tough fucking shit. This is reality. You got that right. It's your reality. It's her reality. And it's my reality. We are joined at the hip, Coop. So there's no way we can just let her give herself up. I mean, do you know what that means? Huh? They're gonna put us away for life. Okay? You got that, graduate college boy? Now, are you willing to just let her tell the world and go to prison for life? Are you willing to do that?
I can't live like this. I won't be able to go on living like this.
Look, Sammy, you've just got to let these moments pass, you know? You know how, like they always say, that not to make a decision when you're in an emotional state? Huh? Well, this is a classic example, baby. So what you need...
Our actions killed people. I will need to atone for them. We need to atone for them.
Oh, come on. Cooper, look, the both of you. You're emotional. It's your first time. And the truth of the matter is that all supposed tragedies have to be taken within a larger perspective, a larger context. I mean, in war, you kill somebody. You don't fret over it. It's a casualty. Now, is that enemy any less than of a human being than you are? Who's to say, right? He had a mother, a father, brothers, sisters, just like you, but he's gone. You don't go jumping off a cliff. You move on. Now, what happened today was an accident. It happens. We didn't mean it, but you're gonna just throw away your lives because she's having a hard time? Is that what she's saying?
Thing is, Rand, it's one I'm saying too. We're gonna give ourselves up to the FBI. We want you to come with us.
You all set up?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, anyway, I've got dinner.
Dinner?
Yeah, tonight it's on me. But afterwards, I thought we could talk about how we share responsibilities. You know, shopping, cleaning, cooking, mundane stuff like that.
Sounds like a plan.
Laboratory animal veterinarian. Isn't that some kind of an oxymoron?
No, it's true.
So I take it you take care of the animals before they.
You serious?
Yeah.
Well, no offense, but what's the friggin' point?
Well, it shows the humanity of the field, you know?
Humanity. You're gonna torture a poor innocent creature for our benefit, not theirs. And that's humane?
Now that's a bit extreme there.
No. I mean, he's got a point.
Now, you're telling me these animals aren't gonna die a slow, cruel death?
No. What the truth is, for the benefit of science and medicine, these animals have got to die.
Die? But if they just lock them up and shoot them, like they do those cows in the slaughterhouse, at least that's humane, if there is such a thing. But if you just lock them up and put a bullet in their skull,
No, that's
at
not,
least it's over.
That's not the entire story, okay? Studies have demonstrated that these animals, they can actually sense what's in store for them. So their stress levels are tripled. So the fact is, they know.
But they're only stressed for a few hours. Meanwhile, you've got monkeys with probes sticking out of their heads. Now, I've read an article about this, and that's not stress. Hey, I was joking.
No, you weren't.
All right? No, I wasn't. But I didn't mean to get you upset.
No, You're not saying anything I haven't heard before. Trust me. I struggle with this every day.
And what do you do?
Me? I'm a perpetual student.
A grad student.
Yeah, doctoral candidate.
Oh, yeah? What in?
Sociology?
How you doing?
Well, let's see. I can't ever get my committee to meet. The chair is the author of the book How to Be the Ultimate Asshole. And the department, got a letter from the department last week telling me my now quarter-time teaching assistantship will be dropped next year since I've kind of reached my statute of limitations.
Yeah, I've heard working with your committee can be a real challenge. A friend of mine told me that you got your doctorate more for the diplomatic lessons you learned along the way rather than your topic.
Well, ain't nothing diplomatic about my committee.
So who's your chair?
This guy from India, Deepak Champaranda.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know him?
Who doesn't? I mean, he's not on my floor, but he's known throughout the building.
Wait, you work in Tri-Square?
Yeah, the fourth floor.
The fourth floor is where they do these animal experiments?
Yep.
I never knew that.
Well, everybody knows Dr. Deepak.
Please, don't even give him that title.
What'd he do? Bringing no spice curry to the Christmas dinner?
No, he's just the most condescending, arrogant man you'd ever want to meet.
And they let a creature like this not only enter our country, but spout off his own political agenda. You know, telling us how fucked up our country is and how great India is. Hey, buddy, we don't have bodies floating down the Ganges River for disposal, so fuck you. I'm sorry, he just pisses me off. He and his vain, pompous persona. I mean, you walk into his office and on his wall, he's got every acknowledgement, award, and recognition he's ever had, possibly in his whole life. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got his middle school diplomas and report cards tacked up there on the wall. Everyone he greets, he finds some relation to something on the wall. Oh, you're from Maryland. This here is a plaque I received from the Baltimore Chamber of Commerce in recognition of being on their Urban Planning Commission. And you know, you can always find something, right? I mean, because if you believe that we're merely connected by 6 degrees of separation, then of course, right? Oh, your sister is from Maryland. Well, you see this plaque? I mean, it's fucking overkill and disgusting.
How long have you been in the program?
8 years.
They're going to cut your stipend. How?
How am I going to hold up my end? Well, I guess I'll just have to put in more hours at my day job. I park cars. I'm a valet parking attendant at the India House. And the ultimate insult? I have to park Champaranda's Lexus every week. He and his wife are regular customers at the restaurant.
Well, I guess it's my turn. Like the two of you, I work at the university.
Oh, yeah? What department?
Security.
You're with the campus police?
No, I'm with security. I work nights. My area is north of Tidemore, you know, the northeast corner.
Oh, that's my area.
Yeah, I know. One of my stops is at Tri-Square. I've seen you leave the office late at night when you've worked late.
Oh, I've never noticed you.
Well, you shouldn't. In the military, I participated in over a dozen covert actions. Never once detected.
So, you were in the Gulf War?
Yes, sir. Desert Storm. The most efficient battle in modern military history. In 6 weeks, we achieved our mission of liberating Kuwait. Over 150 U.S. casualties. And Iraqi body count, just over 35,000.
What kind of covert operations?
I was a specialist. Anti-personnel mines. We would go out on night assignments and lay out a net of mines along a perimeter line to protect our flanks on the eve of a planned attack. Next morning, as we're progressing through our corridor of attack, to either side we'd see a bunch of ragheads trying to catch us in the middle. They'd get within 200 yards, and then you'd see a little puff of smoke. The sound of explosions. Sometimes you see a boot, a leg, maybe a head floating down to the ground. Shit. It worked every time.
Well, on that cheery note, I think I'll finish up organizing my room.
Me too.
Hey, look, I didn't mean to make light of the matter. All right? It's just that a lot of bad things happened over there. Stuff you wouldn't believe. I make light of it the way I do because, well, sometimes it's the only way that I can deal with it. You somehow make light of the events you remember to almost make them something inanimate. Yeah? Something not real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah. Thank you for helping us to understand.
Okay, well, it's been a very good day. I got good roommates to help me with the rent. And you all got your living assignment set?
Yeah. I'll take care of the grocery shopping. Cooper will do the yard. You'll take care of the maintenance. We all do our own laundry. Take turns making dinner. I think we're good.
So, to a good beginning?
To a
To a good beginning.
going somewhere major?
Ran, you killed her. You killed Sammy.
Casualties of war, Cooper. She just wouldn't let up. She was gonna turn us in, Coop. I couldn't let her do that. Not after what she did. Do you know what she did? She erased the line, Coop. She was the one who whitewashed the map.
What?
So I couldn't let her get away with it again. I had to put an end to her and her evil ways. Why wasn't there any evidence that the line had been erased? Is that your best argument? Are you serious? You think an operation that spends billions of dollars putting men like me at risk can't find a way to completely erase a pencil mark? Oh, you're so naive. There's no one this time to help you, Major.
Grant, you're insane. You've lost your mind.
No! You are insane! You train people like me to kill! And so, now you can't turn your back on me, call me a monster, and make like you had no idea of what I was doing. You ruined me, Major. So now, you'll pay for your sins! Meet your maker, Major!
Sorry I didn't call. I just really wanted to stop by. Well, I was in the neighborhood. I hope you don't mind.
Well, I'm with the guy who scheduled his time with me.
Listen, I really need a place. I know you're going to go through the rest of your appointments, but well, seeing how I'm here, would you mind just having a look around? You've got a nice place. I mean, you've got a nice place here.
So there's 2 rooms. Which one?
Hi. Oh, I'm Samantha Stalls, but everybody calls me Sammy.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Cooper Salk.
Cooper, likewise. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Samantha Stalls, and...
Yeah, Sammy, I heard. Rand Merrigan.
So, I guess you're interested in the place too, huh? Well, how does it look?
Well, it's okay, I guess. I'll take it.
Okay then. Well, it's $500 a month, regular rent, and we'll figure out the rest later.
Oh, sounds good. When can I move in?
You can move in today if you want.
Of the 2 rooms up there, which is mine?
Well, take your pick.
Okay. Can I have the second room?
Now, if you're still interested, you can put your name on the list, and if it's still available...
Please. Look, I've been looking for a place for nearly 2 weeks now. I just got here. I got a job with the university. I've been staying over at the motel in Camden, and I can't afford it anymore.
Look, I understand, but you were supposed to schedule a time with me. That's what I said in the ad. Now, if you're still looking for a place, maybe you could register with the adult student housing over at the university.
I did. Look, I don't make any noise. I ride a bicycle to work, and I'm willing to help with any chores that you have.
No doubt there. Now, did you hear that? This is no hotel.
I didn't say it was.
I need help with the upkeep of the place.
I hear you.
No arguments here.
No arguments here. Did you not hear me? I've got other people promised.
Please, mister, I'm desperate.
Rand. Call me Rand.
Rand. Look, you're not going to find a more team-oriented person than I am. And I know that's important to you.
Well, it is what you said.
Okay, you made the team. Now your job is to call everybody on the list and tell them the place is already taken.
Oh, no problem. I got that.
You got that. So, now you have to call them all personally. No leaving any messages.
No worries. I've got all day. Give me your list. Okay, I'll call everybody on the list, and then I'll get on my bike and I'll get home and start to pack. Say, you guys think you can help me move?
I ride a motorcycle.
Oh, that's your Harley out there?
Mm-hmm.
How about you? Is that your truck?
Are you for real? Look, don't you even want to see the place, see if it's okay?
Well, you saw it. Was it good?
Good for me.
That is good for me too.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. I'm interested in taking out an ad in the newspaper.
Sure. What is it that you would like to advertise?
Well, I have a house and I'd like to rent 2 of my rooms.
Okay, let me pull up that screen. Rooms for rent.
You know, I haven't ever rented my rooms before, so I'm not quite sure what would be the going rate. I was wondering if you might be able to help me with that.
Oh, absolutely. That's what we do. Once I get all your information, you know, where is your house located, the square footage of the rooms, whether parking is available, and so on, I can give you what is pretty much a range of prices for your area.
Oh, that would be great.
All you need to do is really tell me if there are any special restrictions.
Well, no restrictions. Maybe just a request. Only team players need apply.
Hey, that's a good one. We'll put that down. Oh, sorry. My computer's a little slow today.
Well, not a problem. I've got all the time in the world.